let's continue. You can save your edits. Let's go to the second question. What does the data types integer, float, text, and date represent? So you can use ArcGIS help to answer this question. You can also use your Google. But I will give a brief information about this data type. So integer is a round value from minus 32,768 to plus 72,767. Float is not rounded values, which can be from range this to this. So the range of float is much bigger than integer. You can see I prefer to use the float data type. Anyway, it can store both integer, round, and not round values from minus to plus. But it can contain information only for 4 bytes maximum. So, and you can also use double, which is has a much more bigger range than float, and it can store 8 bytes. So next one, a text field represents a series of alphanumeric symbols. This can include street names, attribute properties, or other textual descriptions. An alternative to repeating textual attributes in a geodatabase is to establish a coded value. A textual description would be coded with a numeric value. The data type can store dates, times, or dates and times. The default format in which the information is represented is months, day and year, hours, minutes and seconds, and a specified of AM or PM. When you enter date fields in the table through ArcGIS, they are converted to this format. So second question B, you are going to add 6 attributes to the table of dataset soil samples, pH in a float data type, clay in integer, and code in text. So we're going to add information. So there is no, actually it's not a question. Actually we should add here 3 fields. So for this, again, we at first we should add just fields using this option. We open attribute table, go to options, and click this add field. First we need pH, we need a float, right? So you should know field properties, precision and scale. So precision, for instance, is a general number of number of numbers. For instance, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a precision. While scale is numbers after the comma. For instance, 1, 2, 5, and 6, 7. In this precision here is 7. Here also precision is 7, but the scale is 2, right? So when you write scale, you define how many numbers after comma the ArcGIS field should store. So let's just put here 10 and 3, right? So in this case 10 numbers in general and 3 numbers after comma. So but actually it's too much. We don't need this too much information in our pH field. So second is clay, clay, name of the field. And we need short integer. A long integer is the same as long integer, a short integer, but it's the range of the information values it can store is much bigger. But we need just short integer. We don't need to put anything here. Just let's click clay. Okay. So anyway, it can store any kind of information which is within this range. So, and the third one, we need what code, right? Code, it's a text. So code, and here is the text. So the maximum length of a text is 15, but I just recommend to put 5 here. We don't, okay, let's put 10. Okay, now is our new fields have been added. When you have defined the new fields of attribute soil samples, you can enter the attribute values according to table 1. Here is our table 1. When you have entered all attribute values, stop editing and save your edits. So when we created, when we added these fields, created new 3 fields, we should again click to start editing, because if we will not start editing, we will not be able to make changes in our attribute table. See, the additional record, empty record, have been added after we started editing. So just let's write this information in our table. Okay, so 3,1 4.2 4.2, just play also 3 4 3 4 5, again code 15e 15e 13b, so again 15e 15e 13b. So I just pause the video here, just again fill the table according to this table. I'm also going to fill it, and I will start the field again after finishing the table. So let's continue. I already filled my table. Remember, I forgot to add here a new table, actually new table, new field profile with this with these values. So just let's mention here also profile field with the text. So and fill it with these values, okay, and 1 and 2 and 3. So and afterwards we just again save our edits and stop editing. So the we give the order to ArcMap just to ban making changes. So we actually don't need this field, we can delete it. Okay, now is our field, our table, attribute table is ready, and we now can make print screen. So we just filled information to attribute table for each point. For instance, this point have the pH of 3.1 and the clay percent is 3, code is 5A, and profile is N1. And we also have spatial information of our data set, right? So we have 9 samples, soil samples. So now let's continue. And the third question, now we will use the calculate geometry tool in our attribute attribute table. So we have this soil map, as actually the area of polygons are calculated, but in case you don't have area, right, so we can create a new field. For instance, in case you don't have this field, you can create area field. I prefer to choose float. You don't have to. Okay, let's write here 10 and 3 and make okay. And now our field is created, and just right click the button with a right mouse, and here we can find calculate geometry tool. We click yes, and see that it starts to calculate the areas in meters. We can choose, and the coordinate system is chosen. Okay, we click OK, and here we click yes.